Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laverne Cox and I am so excited because we are doing yet another episode of Readings from Bell Hooks. Today I've chosen a passage from her book, Feminism is for Everybody, Passionate Politics, which is a book she wrote in the 80s and is a feminist classic. And the excerpt I want to read is from the chapter, Consciousness Raising, A Constant Change of Heart. Bell Hooks writes, feminists are made, not born. One does not become an advocate of feminist politics simply by having the privilege of having been born female. Like all political positions, one becomes a believer in feminist politics through choice and action. When women first organized in groups to talk together about the issue of sexism and male domination, they were clear that females were as socialized to believe sexist thinking and values as males. The difference being simply that males benefited from sexism more than females and were as a consequence less likely to want to surrender patriarchal privilege. Before women could change patriarchy, we had to change ourselves. We had to raise our consciousness. Revolutionary feminist consciousness raising emphasized the importance of learning about patriarchy as a system of domination, how it became institutionalized, and how it is perpetuated and maintained. Understanding the way male domination and sexism was expressed in everyday life created awareness in women of all the ways we were victimized, exploited, and in worst case scenarios, oppressed. Early on in contemporary feminist movement, consciousness raising groups often became settings where women simply unleashed pent-up hostility and rage about being victimized, with little or no focus on strategies or interventions and transformation. On a basic level, many hurt and exploited women used the consciousness-raising groups therapeutically. It was the site where they uncovered and openly revealed the depths of their intimate wounds. This confessional aspect served as a healing ritual. Through consciousness raising, women gained the strength to challenge patriarchal forces at work and at home. And again, this is just an excerpt from this chapter of this feminism is for everybody. And consciousness raising is so crucial in all of our evolution. If we're interested in justice, if we're interested in everyone having access, that our consciousness must be raised. The process of having our consciousness raising, of coming to critical consciousness, is something that is an ongoing process. It's not something that I had my consciousness raised, 30 years ago when I first read this and now I'm done. There's so many things that I don't know, that I don't understand, that I have to come to critical consciousness around. It's so important for me that that process is not one where folks are threatened because folks are coming to critical consciousness around issues of race, class, gender, sexuality, that is a space, even for folks who are in the most privileged positions, that is a space, a site of possibility, I believe, for everyone. And I realized, having been in relationships with so many cisgender, straight identified white men, that they have been so damaged by patriarchy, by toxic masculinity, and that a consciousness raising process for them is also liberatory. The process of being liberated to become more authentically one's self through a consciousness raising process is an incredible, awesome thing. So the process of people coming to consciousness should not be looked at as something that is a threat. It should be looked at as something that is freeing, not only for people who are more marginalized, but for all of us, even when we are privileged, are damaged by what Bell Hooks calls imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist